Hey there. I've probably recorded some version of this video in the past, but I just can't help myself. I got to do more of it. CostCo is in the business of doing loans. Big rolls of toilet paper, big rolls of paper towels, all your sanitizing wipes, all the big box stuff, and mortgages as well. You can get it all at CostCo. In this video, I'm going to talk about the downfalls of getting a home loan through CostCo. Okay, first clarifying thing. Somebody calls me up and they go, hey, I'm getting some quotes through CostCo. So I just want to let you know up front, I know you're a mortgage broker, I know you offer great terms, but I'm talking to CostCo. Bulk loans. We're talking bulk mortgage loans. So they're offering great prices. They're not CostCo mortgages. That's the first thing I got to tell you, is if you've ever had the absolute pleasure of filling out a form on LendingTree, LendingTree is a quote unquote lead aggregator. So they've got a bunch of fancy advertising that drive you to lendingtree.com. Fancy advertising, woo, low rates, woo, whatever other marketing term they can use. They drive you there and they ease you in, right? What's your name? You're looking to refi or purchase? How much is the house worth? How much do you owe? You just click a few buttons. It's really easy. Nice pictures. Ding, 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 ding. Get to the end. Now they want a little bit more. What's your phone number? What's your email address? And once they got you, oh man, you are in for a treat. You literally press submit on a LendingTree lead form online. Your phone becomes a friggin' Christmas tree. Because here's what happens. LendingTree, being a lead aggregator, sells those leads. $50 a piece. I don't know what they are. I would never buy those. I've got a solid business where I get referrals and people like and trust me, and they send their friends, their family, and anybody they run into. So I'm not spending money to have somebody spit me a bunch of people poking around on the internet, but to each his own, right? As soon as you press submit, the phone's a Christmas tree. You got Loan Depot, you got JG Wentworth, every single lender that I've never heard of that has all the worst Yelp reviews and less than talented folks working on their phones, they are all calling you. I've done it as a social experiment. I've filled it out, and I can tell you with absolute certainty, some of the advice I was getting was downright scary. I remember doing it like in 2017 or 2018. And I had a house that I had moved out of. So now it was an investment property, or that's how it's viewed in the lending world, because I don't live there anymore. It's not my primary. Some of the advice I got was unbelievably bad. Unbelievably bad. I had a really good interest rate on this house to where it would hardly ever make sense to refinance, no matter what the reason. But I gave him a little bit, I gave him a little bait, put it on the hook. Gave him a little bit of, well, I got $15,000 in credit card debt. You think I should pay it off? Think I should do cash out? And these folks who really are not high-level advisors, they're in a cubicle. They've got X number of calls to make every day. They've got X number of loans to sell. They just want to get the thing in process. And I think I've talked to people who work at some of these big mortgage companies. It's a numbers game, and it's like a quota game where it's like you get this many. Those initial guys on the phone, it's not even that they're selling a loan. They couldn't. They don't even understand what a loan is. But if they get you to the next step, then they get a tick, and they've got to make 200 calls and get 30 ticks that day. Get you, into application or into whatever it is, right? And so these guys will tell you anything you want to hear. And the worst part is when you're on the consumer side of that, you're asking for advice. Hey, should I do a refinance? Should I do it rate and term? Should I pull cash out? Does it make sense to do that and pay off the credit card debt? Well, my interest rate's going from here to here. And so on $340,000, I'm paying 0.5% more. This numbskull on the phone was telling me that oh yeah, don't worry about that, because what's going to happen is, you're paying off the credit card debt, which is 14%, and then I'm paying 0.5% higher on $350,000. You think that's a good idea for $15,000? Never. Person calls me and I say, listen, leave that loan alone, create an aggressive plan to pay $1,250 a month towards that debt and pay it off. But never add 0.5% to your primary unless it's money you absolutely need. Heart transplant money and you got nowhere else to get it. Then you pull it out. But for $15,000 in credit card debt, no chance. So that's what you're dealing with when you deal with LendingTree, and it's the same exact thing for CostCo. You are going to be put into lead aggregation pile, and then boom, as soon as you press submit, bam, all the lenders got you. Call, text, email. I should do it again. I should do it again for fun, just to see how good they're getting. See if they got any more high quality folks out there that can give me a bunch of bad advice. That's my warning to you. CostCo is the very best. I love CostCo. I even love CostCo even more that they've partnered and they can deliver to your house. What's that one my wife uses all the time, delivery service, where I hope they IPO this year so I can buy some stock. They do really good. Man, why can't I think of it? We're getting off track. Get your loan with a quality mortgage advisor. Don't get your loan through CostCo, because it's not CostCo. It's the lenders behind CostCo that are so terrible they can't get business by word of mouth, by referral, and by doing good business. They've got to pay for leads, jam the phones, get enough people that don't know enough that they just follow this bad advice blindly, and they close loans. Not a good idea. If you're in California, give me a holler. Matt, M-A-T-T, at mattthemortgageguy.com. Hopefully this is useful. Hopefully this was helpful. I don't go back and edit. It's for the birds. I just record it and it's out. If you like straightforward, straight to the point stuff like this, go ahead and subscribe. Press the like button. I would appreciate it. It helps me. It helps the universe. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.